Hi, survivors. It's me, Pepper Zan, reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. It's terrible, to say the least. And particularly what's going on in this country, thanks to the left. We all going through things we never thought we'd be going through. I want to talk to you guys. First of all, I want to please encourage everybody to go to prepperzan.com, sign up for the free newsletter. Y'all, give me a week to get those letters out because I'm trying to, get as many people signed up as possible. People are signing up on all the platforms, and that way I can get the messages out to you guys underground. It's been very complicated telling the truth because the left have all these platforms censoring everybody who are telling the truth. So I'm going to do it underground because I'm not stopping the message. But I want to talk to you guys about what's going on. I thank Mrs. Howell for sending me over this information to prepperzan@gmail.com. Y'all, if y'all have any news that y'all like to share with the community that you think it's important for us to know because it's so much corruption and criminal activity amongst us, it's going to take us to stick together and try to hang in there and help one another and get through these times. Please go to the prepperzan.com and sign up for the newsletter. And thanks, Miss Howell, for sending this information. Thanks, Queen. Thanks, Bernie. And all of you who send information to all of us survivors through my email. And if you guys have any information, please send it to prepperzan@gmail.com. Now, this is over 1 million credit cards just leaked to criminals on the dark web. Y'all, this is important information for all of us to know. It's so much corruption. It's so much criminal activity going on. I know I keep saying it, but I want to remind y'all because these days and times, people are losing everything. This elderly lady, a couple of women, some people were able to hack into their accounts that they met on online and took all their money, and they cannot get it back. So we have to be very, very careful. It says over 1 million credit cards just leaked to criminals on the dark web. Over 1.2 million credit cards have been distributed by way of the dark web through a recently launched underground marketplace. As reported by Bleeping Computer, in an effort to attract cyber criminals to its platform, the hackers behind the BIDEN Cash, y'all spell it out, have distributed the details of over 1,200,000 credit cards. It says the illegal carding market, which can be accessed through the dark web, went live during June 2022. Initially, this specific marketplace started out by leaking thousands of credit cards. It goes on to say, however, in order for its services to gain more traction, the BIDENCASH decided to release details for more than 1.2 million cards in one go. Stealing credit card information and selling it can prove to be lucrative for the individuals behind it, with such sensitive data usually being sold in batches. After all, cyber criminals can use the cards to buy items, extract the cash from the account, or just continue to charge the card itself until the bank realizes that the transactions are fraudulent. And sometimes, even when this happened, I heard this story, I shared that story with y'all, with that guy who lost all his money. He only had $1,700, but I believe it was either Bank of America or either Wells Fargo, one of them, allegedly would not give him back his money. So it goes on to say that, so what's the motive behind the BIDENCASH free giveaway? The answer lies behind distributed denial of service, which is considered as DDoS, attacks that targeted its original domains. As a result, in order for word to get out in regard to fresh URLs for the service, the hackers are distributing the data free of charge. Y'all, this is crazy. So many people are losing a lot of their money. And that's why I made that video last week. Y'all, take your money out them banks if you can. Some people can't. And a lot of people find themselves in harsh situations that's linked to these credit cards and these bank accounts. I even have stories of it. It goes on to say, in addition to a ClearNet domain, they also share the new URLs through various hacking and carding forums. As for the credit cards, the file itself features cards with an expiry date from 2023 to 2026. Although there were some that belong to non-U.S. residents, the majority of the cards belong to people in America. Alongside the obvious sensitive data pertaining to the cards, the dump includes personal information as well, including email addresses, phone numbers, and the addresses of the card holders. Security analysts state that most of the 1.2 million cards derived from web skimmers, scripts found within checkout pages of compromised e-commerce sites, which sees any credit card information entered being sent directly to the threat actors. As previously mentioned, credit card fraud is a massive market for criminals. According to data from Merchant Savvy, global payments fraud has increased from $9.84 billion in 2011 to a staggering $32.39 billion in 2020. As ever, always be careful when entering your account details online. And of course, get in touch with your bank if you do see any suspicious transactions. So y'all, there you go. You got to be careful. And one thing I learned about the bank with disputing transactions these days, depending on which bank it is, it's not easy. A lot of these banks, y'all, are not having the money that they're accustomed to having. So, I'm not going to say they down with the schemes or, I don't know. I'm just saying, be careful. We living in criminal times, in dark times. It's getting heavier and dark out here, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And we don't want to be no victims of, well, we already victims of corruption, but of even more corruption if we can prevent these things from happening. Y'all got to know, y'all, we are like in the end times out here. It's like the Hunger Games out here. That's how bad and how wicked it has gotten in this world and in this country. So let's try to just protect ourselves as much as possible. I'm praying for everybody. I hope y'all praying for me, man, because it's just a lot. It's a lot. And that's why I always try to encourage people to, if you can, cut down on that eating. Eat as less as you possibly can. If you're taking medications, of course you have to eat your regular 3 meals a day, and try to work out, try to pray more and meditate and keep your mind right, because it's so much going on. And especially in this community, we always immersed with bad news, and this stuff can hit your spirit and things of that nature, because we knowing what's going on and we feeling this energy and we know how everything is getting worse and worse and worse, and we're trying to prepare ourselves, and we are preparing ourselves as much as possible. So y'all be careful. We're living in some dark times. A lot of heavy things are going on. It's going to continue for a while. Let's stay prayerful and let's just stay prepped up. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please go to prepperzan.com for the free newsletters. Also support, if you can, this allegedly and the good luck with that t-shirts. You can hit the thanks button if you like to make a donation back to this channel. All proceeds go back to the channel so I can continue to get the news out to you. And if you're looking for land in bug out areas in Texas, I have some for sale and for lease. These are all products that I own. As a disclaimer here on YouTube, be careful, be careful, be careful. We are living in the end times. It's really a lot of wicked stuff going on out here. Whatever little money you do have or what you do have, try to save it, try to protect it at all costs. And as always, watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, boil and purify your water before you use it, and keep surviving.